How can you accurately compare historical golf scoring averages? Imagine trying to compare two players from different eras with completely different golf courses, equipment, and competition levels. It's like comparing apples to oranges. To get a real picture, you need to adjust for many factors. Raw scores alone don't tell the full story because they don't consider how tough the course was or how strong the field was. The first step is to look at how a player's score compares to the average score of the entire field in the same tournament or round. For example, if a player scores 69 and the field average is 71.4, that player performed 2.4 strokes better than the average. This relative measure helps us see how well they played compared to their peers, regardless of course difficulty. Next, we can use a method called strokes gained analysis. This technique measures how many strokes a player gains or loses compared to an average player on each shot or hole. It breaks down performance into parts like putting, approach shots, and tee shots. Because it compares performance on the same types of shots, it allows us to compare players across different courses and time periods more fairly. Equipment and course setup have changed a lot over the years. Modern clubs and balls often lead to lower scores, so adjusting for these changes is important. If we ignore this, we might wrongly assume players today are more skilled, when part of the score reduction is due to better equipment. The strength of the competition also matters. Some tournaments attract top players, while others may have weaker fields. Comparing scores relative to the field's average helps separate a player's skill from the overall level of competition. Advanced statistical models can help too. These models incorporate variables like course difficulty, player skill, and historical trends. They produce normalized scores that make it easier to compare players from different eras on a level playing field. Using historical course-specific averages is another useful approach. If a player has played a certain course many times, their performance can be adjusted based on how they usually score there, considering current conditions. This helps make fairer comparisons over time. In practical terms, these methods allow us to compare players from different periods by adjusting their scores for course difficulty and field strength. We can analyze how tournament difficulty has changed over the years or predict future performance based on historical data. In the end, comparing historical golf scoring averages accurately means moving beyond raw scores. It involves adjusting for course conditions, equipment, and competition levels. Using relative scoring, strokes gained analysis, and statistical models gives us a clearer picture of true player performance across different times. This approach helps us understand the game's evolution and the skill of players in a fair and meaningful way.